Htwow June, Season 6. Go, Dave.
Hello and welcome to the June 2023 edition of High Tea with Old Waver. Htwow is the acronym. High Tea is Toby. Hi, Toby.
Hi.
And Old Waver is me, Dave. And together, we bring you this podcast every month. And we thank you for finding it. We thank you for dialing us up once again or joining us for the first time. We hope you don't hate it. Lots of people seem to like it. I'm not really sure why, but we continue to do it because enough people encourage us to do it. And we have some special friends who we like to call patrons that like this podcast so much that they actually can't get enough. That one a month is not enough. They need two a month.
Just can't get enough.
We do an extra pod just for them. It is subscription only, and you can access it by going to oldwaver.com and clicking on premium, or going to patreon.com and searching Htwow. It just costs a few dollars a month, namely $3. And you get merch, or you can decline the merch if you don't want a koozie and stickers. But you get the After Dark podcast, which is the drunken after party of this podcast. Twice as many jams, less talking, but more drinking. It's fun times, and we generally close it out with a guilty pleasure blast from the past. We have loads of fun, and it's really stuff that doesn't necessarily have a home on the proper pod, but it's stuff that we are so passionate about that we have to play it. We came up with an excuse to do an extra pod just to play these songs.
Yeah.
So please join us on the After Dark if you haven't already, and enjoy the following podcast program. Yeah, why do they have chains?
I don't know. They're ghosts.
Were they imprisoned and chained before they died? Or they just found the chains and they just wanted to make noise with the chains?
Like the chains make it scarier. But if you can go through walls, you should be able to go through chains. Look, it's science. You want me to give it a shot?
It's not just my thing. You can do it too. That was clean.
Thank you.
like the simplest guitar solo ever.
I love it. It was made for me.
I I can do this. I'm falling in love with summer. Hey guys, welcome to yet another edition of High Tea with Old Waver, also known as Htwow. This is episode 71 of the Proper Pod, the June 2023 edition, as we try to catch up desperately. And this, of course, is Space Age Love Song by Flock of Seagulls from the self-titled debut album by Flock of Seagulls, which just so happens to be our Htwow album of the month. If you would like to receive a brand new sealed copy of this very record, then I encourage you to visit our vinyl sponsor, PositiveSpin.com, positive with a Z. And there will be a banner that says Win the Htwow Album of the Month, and you can give them an email address, and you have surprisingly good odds to win. Came out in April of 82. Mm-hmm. And it, of course, had the smash hit Iran. But, I mean, Space Age Love Song might be a better song. I don't know.
There were a couple of good ones on that one. Remember, they were like big enough to be on the US Festival. Mm-hmm. And that was huge. I feel like that was the best, like, you know, after Woodstock and all those other... It seemed like Texas Jams and stuff like that. But then the US Festival was, like, massive. Because it was televised, right?
I don't remember. That's before my time.
What does that mean?
I wasn't as cool as you, as a child, as a young lad.
I thought you were making an age joke.
No, I was not.
Not an AIDS joke, an age joke.
Yeah, they became a punchline because of their hair, and I think people still hold that against them. But I'm here to tell you, Flock of Seagulls, underrated.
Totally underrated. Do you know my story with them? I think we've talked about this.
You went potty with them?
Well...
he was calling his mom.
Yeah, in the bathroom of the video bar?
I think that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, in Deep Ellum. And I can't remember if we played with them or I was just at the show. A long time ago. But... yeah, they were just in a little RV, but they have, like, you know, bands like that get such a resurgence, like they get on those tours now that it's a lot better now. When they're trying to tour around during grunge time and people don't like them. Yeah,
now they can actually, especially when you have a bill of like 3 or 4 bands together, they can play a big venue and have like a real green room and have like a real tour bus or at least a nice van or something.
Things get much better. Like it's like them and Howard Jones and, you know, Scritti Politti or something.
Thomas Dolby.
That would be great. I would go see that.
Yeah. Let's put that on.
That'll
be Htwow Retro Fest.
Yeah. I don't think Scritti Politti plays anymore.
No, probably not.
Look, we have an audience.
Yeah, we do. Oh, they're not really paying attention. They're just eating food. Mm-hmm. Yes, we are now at Htwow Dallas North.
What's up?
So, as we mentioned, I can't remember if we mentioned this on the May pod, on the Proper Pod, or just on the After Dark, but we talked about the big developments in the world of Htwow, because there is the station studios in College Station. Then there is Htwow Dallas, which is now Htwow Dallas East, which is my house. Mm-hmm. And then we have Htwow Dallas North, which is your satellite office.
That's right. Representing the branch.
Yeah. So we have many options to record this pod and deliver it to you in a timely fashion.
People can tell that it sounds so much better right now.
Yeah, because we are not remote. We are in the same room looking at each other's gorgeous faces.
And it's not all glitchy.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about lag. We could sing along to the song if we wanted to, like we just did.
I know, the kiddos just got out of the pool. They're having some pizza.
Yeah.
It's like the dogs are running around.
It's magical.
It's magical.
This is a family show.
It is a family show, except for all of your cursing.
I rarely curse.
That is not true.
Although I do put explicit on the pod description just in case I say fuck at some point.
You do. And worse.
Like cunt. If I say cunt
You might
like
say-
several times.
You might say anything, and that's why you're a job.
Well, you know, sometimes it bubbles up and it just has to,
I know.
you have to release the valve a little bit.
Yeah, you need this for a release because you get held back.
Yeah.
By the ACC?
The FCC.
FCC?
Not the Atlantic Coast Conference, the Federal
FCC.
Communications
Or I think there's also a publicity thing.
Conference?
ACC. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The FCC.
Yes.
They're holding you back. Whereas
Yeah, they don't like it when I say the F word and the C word.
No, but on this,
No one likes it when I say it anyways. But I was told we just had Summer Bash the other day at The Ticket, which is the radio station that I work at. If you don't live in Dallas or you don't know and you somehow found this podcast magically. Mm-hmm. And if you did, if you don't know who either of us are, because you're famous in your own right.
super
I mean, more famous internationally than me.
than most people.
Yes, because you are a founding member and the guitar player of Deep Blue Something.
Yeah, which is huge.
Enormous. And then I do an afternoon drive sports radio show in Dallas. But if you have not heard of either of us and you just happen to like the pod, we would love to know how you discovered us. So, shoot us a note, htwowpod@gmail.com.
Drop us a line.
Let's talk about our other sponsor really fast. I did not go visit them again. I'm so lazy.
I know, and we're in town.
I know. I have lots of things going on, Toby.
I could have done it today, too. Do you know I was at the Dubliner today?
What?
For 2 seconds.
It was just long enough to slam a beer and get out of there?
Slam a Guinness because Carrie from Lovey.
Yeah.
You know Carrie. She has what do you with the ice and the fruit?
A spritz? A sangria?
No, it's like a snow cone.
Okay.
She has a snow cone trailer, and she parks it out in front of the Dubliner and other places, wherever. It's called Berry Nice or something like that, but it's really good. And we went to see her for a second while she set up.
Well, they are now our official snow cone sponsor.
Yeah, they are.
But our official beer sponsor is Goodfriend Package at 1155 Peavy Avenue in Far East Dallas, Casa Linda. And it's right across the street from Goodfriend Beer Garden and Burger Bar. But Goodfriend Package is open for breakfast and lunch. They have coffee, they have beers to go, and they have fabulous sandwiches for breakfast and for lunch. And I did not go see them, but we love them all the same. And I just like to spiff them any opportunity I have because Matt and Josh are good dudes.
I know. I might need to go by there this weekend.
Yeah.
It's just too good.
But I did drop by an actual liquor store today because I'm still, even though I've graduated from fat camp, I did my I guess almost 6 months worth of extreme dieting.
You did really good. You look great.
I've lost 50 pounds.
That's unbelievable. You look amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I really had let myself go. But now I've reeled it back in, and I'm back to what I was pretty much when I was like 30.
That's amazing.
And so,
I bet your liver is just dancing.
yeah. Well, last night I had a few pops, and so Marissa, my wife, came to Summer Bash, and just for the end of it, for the Time Wasters. Mm-hmm. And we can talk about that later if you wish. But
I do want to talk about that.
But she came out, and then we went to dinner, and we ran into Craig and Dale because we went to the upstairs bar at Mi Casina.
Great.
And so I had like 3 beers at Summer Bash, 2 margaritas at Mi Casina, and then I dropped her off because she didn't want to continue. And then I met some folks at the Landing and had a couple of vodkas. So when I got home, she said I was very annoying.
I can imagine.
I think my tolerance has gone down, is what I'm trying to say.
You could pretty much finish any story with, if someone goes, "How did last night go?" and you say, "Well, at some point I ended up at the Landing," and everyone knows exactly what that feels like and what went down.
Right. She was mad at me that I didn't bring her a corn dog.
God, they're so good.
I know.
Do you go to the jalapeno?
I didn't get a corn dog.
No, I mean when you do get one.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've had. I think that's a new twist.
Is it?
I don't know. I don't remember having the option of jalapeno.
Huh.
But maybe I'm just dumb. Maybe I just didn't know. Like, maybe that's the secret menu that I don't know about.
Maybe they'd make that just for me.
Probably.
So,
I did not get this from Goodfriend Package, but I went to liquor store because, as I mentioned, my weight loss journey, I try to cut out the carbs, and so beer generally has a good amount of carbs. So I like the canned cocktail.
Okay.
And so my daughter and we ran through the liquor store, and I looked at what was in the cooler on the canned cocktail fridge. And this one jumped out immediately. It's Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine Blackberry Lemonade.
Man, that just sounds like a country song.
It's a 9%er, so I figured we'd get kicked off right.
Louise.
Have you tried it yet?
No. It smells fruity.
It's delicious.
Oh.
It tastes like blackberry lemonade. It's not harsh like you think moonshine is.
Yeah, that's actually all right.
I mean, you don't have to drink it all. It's okay. I'll drink the rest of yours.
Man, that has a kick.
But I can't wait for you to taste what's next.
Good.
We'll bust out a second selection here after our second jam. But if this is your first time joining us, Htwow is a song swap and a beer swap. It is a monthly podcast where Toby and I get together and we drink some drinks and we play some tunes for one another. And we each bring 2 tunes, and I get to go first. I don't know why we decided I get to go first, but I do.
Probably because I wasn't ready.
Yeah, probably. And so I think we should go ahead and get right to the jams.
Jam.
Because we always vamp way too long at the beginning and people tune out. So let's get to some hot jams. And we have all new stuff. We are, we like to play old stuff, like Flock of Seagulls. And sometimes you'll do a book report and you'll focus on somebody from back in the day. But we also have our finger on the pulse of what the kids like today.
Sure. It's summer.
Yeah, because we are always looking for good poolside jams. We both have kiddos that are in like middle school that are becoming of age in their musical consciousness. And you have many informants throughout Texas and really the globe.
That's right.
And so we always find the hottest new stuff. And so this just came out this month. It's a band called Soft Kill, which I think we've played on the After Dark before, but never on the proper pod.
Proper pod.
I'm going to have to look them up because I don't know anything about them. But they just came out with a brand new record called Meta World Peace. just it's spelled like Meta World Peace, like the basketball player. What was his?
I thought that was a football player.
No, it was a basketball player.
Was it?
What was his name before? I can't remember. Ron Artest, yeah. Remember when Ron Artest? So he's changed his name back, I guess. Now he is known as Meta Sandiford Artest, but he was known as Meta World Peace from 2011 to 2020.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But yeah, Ron Artest. I don't know if they're just big basketball fans or why exactly, or they just thought it was a cool name, but that's the name of the new record, and the name of the song that I'm going to play is called Trouble.
Wow.
Trouble.
That sounds dangerous, Dave.
This is Soft Kill on HT. How's that feel?
It's a hot track. Man, they like Joy Division and New Order.
Yeah, and a little bit of Cure.
Yeah. It's cool, though.
Yeah, dude.
Where are they from? I forget.
I'm trying to find out.
It's so hard to tell. It's like they could be from California or Scotland. I don't know. You digging here in the bed music?
Yeah, bro. They are from Chicago.
Okay.
So I guess they began as a solo project of a guy named Tobias Grave. He started in 2011. And
Tobias Grave.
yeah.
There's something to that.
And yeah, so they've been around since 2011, and they have
A massive following. Are they huge?
no. Well, let's see. Really, about 150,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. So not super big, but
Good.
they're super cool. And once again, I mean, we just broke someone.
I know, but also that's a lot of listeners a month. That's pretty dang good.
But yeah, this is their... I can't even tell you how many albums they have, because they don't have a wiki. That's how on the cutting edge they are. Is when they don't even have a wiki yet, you know they're good.
It's because he's a ghost. Tobias Grave.
Tobias Grave.
Ooh, Tobias Grave. Don't call me Toby.
It looks like... I don't even know.
Why do ghosts do that?
Why do ghosts say, ooh?
Yeah, what is that?
I mean, do they really?
Well, that I mean,
Or is that just on Halloween sound effect records?
But who's the first ghosts when they did it? Why did they go ooh? And then after that, forever and ever, that's what they do. They have, for some reason, they got chains. They like to rattle, and they go ooh.
Yeah, why do they have chains?
I don't know. They're ghosts.
Were they imprisoned and chained before they died? Or they just found the chains and they just wanted to make noise with the chains?
Like the chains make it scarier. But if you can go through walls, you should be able to go through chains. Look, it's science. And I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it, of why ghosts are the way they are.
Like, why can't they sustain a note? Why do they have to...
Yeah, do the pretenders thing.
Vibrato all the time.
Yeah, the Chrissy Hine thing.
Is Chrissy Hine a ghost?
She might be. If she is a ghost, she's doing great.
Like, she has us all fooled.
Yeah, she's doing good.
That's probably the reason why I'm not a huge Pretenders fan, because I knew she was the undead.
Maybe. I've had a theory with someone that half of the Rolling Stones, but mainly Keith Richards, is a ghost. But he's just really good at being a ghost. Like, he's the best ghost that's ever been. What do you think about that? Like, he died a long time ago.
Keith Richards?
But he's so good at being a ghost that he is keeping it going. But he's really not here. Like, have you ever touched Keith Richards?
No.
But if you did, your hand would probably go right through him. Because he's just really good at being a ghost.
So how does he hold a guitar?
It's a ghost guitar. It's not... It's not even a real... It's like when ghost pirates have a ship.
And it's a ghost ship?
And it's a ghost ship. That's what his guitar's like.
So then, is his guitar tech also a ghost? So his guitar tech can tune his ghost guitar?
You never see the guitar tech because as a ghost, he can just make it appear.
So it's always in tune. A ghost guitar never gets out of tune.
Ghost guitar is never out of tune, and he's not only a ghost, he's a magician.
Like he can do tricks.
He's a ghost, and he's the best ghost.
Well, I mean, making a guitar appear, is that really magic, or is that just like the power of a ghost?
Making it appear in tune is magic.
Okay.
And Jagger just goes along with it. Because he's like, I get more room on the bus, and every now and then Keith can... Because he doesn't have to sing or anything, so when he never gets on the mic, so it's not like... Start me up. It never breaks his thing because no one ever hears him. And he looks like a pirate anyway. And all pirates are ghosts. Do you see how this is adding up?
Yeah. I get it.
I'm just saying, it's a theory. And I'm into research and science. And ghosts. Why did we start talking about this?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I do have a little bit more information on Soft Kill. I'm seeing, it's strange because the Chicago thing was on their official Spotify bio.
Okay.
But I'm also seeing conflicting information that they're from Portland.
It's funny that so many bands moved to Portland for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I think I played a band on the After Dark that was their Arizona, moved to Portland, then to Seattle, and then went back to Arizona.
So, just a little bit on Tobias Grave before we move on.
Ooh, tell me more.
That's how we got to do it.
Oh, yeah. Tell me about me, Dave.
So he says that he grew up in a musical family. His father and his brother were both roadies for bands. His dad was a front of house engineer. His uncle was a guitar tech.
They don't say which bands?
No.
That sucks. You got to say the band. Like, what if it's Jethro Tull or something
right?
weird?
It's probably nobody important.
Oh.
And so he was huge into like John Hughes soundtracks.
Sure.
He loves the Psychedelic Furs. But I guess what changed his life and made him want to be a musician, like a full-time musician, was when he saw Metallica on the Injustice for All tour.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't jive with everything else that's going on. But anyway, I like what they've got going on, even though I don't know very much about them. So there you go.
Well, I'm into him. For Ghosts, he's doing pretty good.
Yeah.
He's not the best ghost, but he's a pretty good one.
So do you think he can magically just go from Chicago to Portland instantaneously? Or how do ghosts travel?
I don't know if they get that whole transport
or are they
thing.
stuck where they're at?
Like in a house, like
how do the Stones tour?
Well, that's like his home is the tour bus. He haunts the tour bus. He
died on the tour bus?
Yeah.
So as long as he's in the vicinity of the bus, everything's
good.
Cool?
Just a 10-mile radius.
10 miles?
5-mile radius?
I don't know.
Whatever
You're
it
the
is.
ghost expert.
I know. Man.
Do you watch...
You're the ghost expert.
Do you watch What We Do in the Shadows?
It's so good.
Do you remember, I can't remember what, the end of one of the seasons where they were going on a cruise. I guess they were going to England or something.
No, I only saw the first part. I always forget to watch it.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first.
I think there's a new season about to come out. But, so they have their coffins because they're not ghosts, they are vampires, but they have their coffins that they sleep in, but then they also, I guess, underneath the coffins, they have to have soil from where they're from.
Exactly.
And so they have to bring that with them.
Mm-hmm. It's like if your child is born out of Texas, you have to have Texas dirt under the
crib, like Colt McCoy
under the birthing table.
Was that Colt McCoy or was that Sam Ellinger that had dirt under their crib?
They put a little red dirt under there.
Yeah,
I don't know. We didn't do that with Pace.
No. That's probably why she's not going to be quarterback for the Longhorns.
I just peed under there.
You just left a puddle.
I was like, take that, nurses.
Clean that up. All right, it's time for a Toby jam. And for Toby's jam, here he is, Toby.
I'm gonna play you a tune from Brothertiger.
Yeah, and you mentioned that before we started, and it sounded really familiar, but I went back and I can't find any record that we've played Brothertiger, even on the After Dark, which is strange.
Yeah, well,
maybe it was a collab or something?
Maybe, but speaking of familiar, I want to see halfway through this song what you think about it and if something kind of sparks your memory here, Dave. I'm throwing you a thing here.
It's a challenge?
It's a challenge.
So I need to see, you're testing my musical knowledge to see if I recognize the reference point that you see.
See if this song reminds you of something.
Okay.
And we'll just see. And that's all I'm going to say about it, and we can talk about Brothertiger after.
All right, you ready to kick it down?
Let's do it.
This is called Take a Picture by Brothertiger. All one word.
Mm-hmm.
Brothertiger on Htwow.
My skin is
All right. So that didn't take you as long as I...
No, I was like, is this the filter song?
Yeah, in the pregame, you weren't paying attention a lot.
No, I was distracted. I was ordering food and making sure that my kid was fine. And
Yeah, you did. You recognized that right away. But what'd you... I think it might be better.
Yeah, I mean, I am... I only had the one filter record, the one with "Hey Man, Nice Shot" on it.
What's the relationship of that? 9 Inch Nails? Is that his cousin or something? Or
I think
he produced it?
I think he played in 9 Inch Nails before Filter.
I thought it was some relation to him, like it's some nephew, or I don't know, or maybe he just produced it. I have no idea. I never had a Filter thing, but
yeah. So Richard Patrick was the touring guitar player for 9 Inch Nails.
Oh, okay. I mean, 2 hit songs.
Yeah, so the first record was in 95, Short Bus, and that was with "Hey Man, Nice Shot." And then Take a Picture was off of Title of Record, which came out in 99. I had that one too.
Man, you're such that guy.
Yeah, I mean...
I can't believe you don't have a ton of tattoos.
I don't have any.
That's what I mean. It's like you should.
Should I start?
No, but you should. Yes, maybe you should.
Maybe I should.
If you were going to start, how would you start?
I did think about, because I have a complicated family history. Mm-hmm. I have, I'm adopted, but I've met my birth parents. They've both passed since I met them. Not my fault.
Should we tell that whole story right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
But and so I have my birth mom's name.
Name.
Yeah, and my birth dad's name, and then my adoptive family's name. So I thought about doing like kind of the 3 family crests, like some kind of amalgamation
Of the
crests? 3 families, yeah.
But all in like that Selena writing?
No. Like a family crest, like a shield or whatever.
Oh, you could also do a tree.
Yes, I could do a tree on my back.
A family tree.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to say is, even though I don't have tattoos, I was into Filter. They are still a guilty pleasure for me. I think they're fine.
You see where I'm coming from, though.
Yeah. No, I get it. But I agree with you that might be a superior version. I really enjoyed that.
That was really good.
So Brothertiger, it's a guy named John Jagos. Mm-hmm. And so he started in 2009 in Toledo, Ohio. Mm-hmm. And now he's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, he likes to do some covers. Like he did a whole, I think it said on there, he did a whole Tears for Fears EP or something like that.
Okay.
Like he will crank those out.
But I believe he has his self-titled 5th album is coming out in November.
It's weird when your later album is self-titled.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
I don't know, but I mean, if you are kind of an indie artist and you're climbing up the ranks, maybe you don't want to burn the self-titled until you feel like you're about to break.
Okay. Because I'm about to break.
I don't know. What do you feel like self-titled is a give up?
No, I've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and later on. So I don't really know what I'm talking about right now. I have done this exact same thing.
Right, because Flock of Seagulls, that was their first one, self-titled.
Yeah, and like I'm guessing Chicago, because they have like their big records are like Chicago 14 or something. I don't know what they are. I know it's a big number, but I'm guessing they did the good thing of just Chicago and then Chicago 2. Is that what they did? And then went all the way to, they just named every record like whatever record that was. This is also...
I always forget that flock of seagulls, that their actual name is A Flock of Seagulls.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the album is A Flock of Seagulls.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
What is a gathering of seagulls name?
Is it not a flock? Is it a murder?
No, that's crow.
Yeah.
Right?
Murder of crows.
What is geese?
I think that's flock as well.
Oh, fuck. Man, we need to look into that. That's a whole other podcast. What are groups of birds called? Podcasts. Are you looking at groups of birds?
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
So bats aren't birds, but you can have a bat colony, a bat cloud, or a bat cauldron.
Huh. I feel like cauldrons are a thing, but that's overdoing it a little.
Chickens, you can have a brood of chickens or a peep of chickens.
How much in a peep?
I don't know. More than one, I guess.
All right.
As we said, a murder of crows.
Is that why those little things are called peeps?
Yeah, I guess.
The marshmallow things?
I thought it was just because that's what baby chicks, the sound they make.
They make peeps. Oh, man. See? Learning.
A group of doves is called a duel. D-U-L-E.
D-U-L-E.
A group of ducks is called a brace, a paddling, or a team. A team of ducks.
A team of ducks.
Eagles are a convocation. A convocation of eagles.
That's pompous. That ain't nothing. That's just a group of eagles.
What do you think a group of emus is?
Kick ass. What is it?
A mob. A mob of emus.
Man, I'd love a mob.
You don't want to get lost in a mob of emus.
I'd love a mob of emus. That would be awesome.
A group of falcons is a cast of falcons.
Okay. Man, falcon's cool. Like, if you're going to be a bird, be a falcon, right?
Finches, a charm of finches.
Yeah, that makes sense because they're... Yeah, I get it.
Okay, this is ridiculous. Flamingos, obviously I'm going in alphabetical order.
Sweet.
And I'm just skipping to birds.
I love all of this. I could do this for hours.
Flamingos, a stand of flamingos or a flamboyance of flamingos.
Both make sense.
Hello!
Standing one leg.
I'm going to have to switch legs.
Uh-oh.
Let's see. Stop me when this gets boring. Fast forward if you must. So geese, you asked. It is a flock, but it can also be a gaggle of geese.
That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
Gaggle.
Or it can be, when they're flying in formation, it could be a skein of geese.
Yeah, I don't like that. That sounds dirty.
Yeah, that's awful.
Skein.
Did you know that a group of lice are a flock?
Oh, that's disgusting.
Flock of lice?
Have you ever had lice?
No. But someone who's here tonight has.
But you've never had it.
No, I don't believe so. Unless my mom never, dealt with it and then never reminded me when I got older. You had lice when you were 4.
No, that never was an outbreak when I was growing up. I don't remember the lice thing.
A watch of nightingales.
Oh, that's nice.
A parliament of owls.
Of course, owls always have cool stuff.
A pandemonium or a company of parrots.
God, that's definitely pandemonium. Imagine them all talking at once.
A muster or an ostentation of peacocks. An unkindness of ravens. What?
Man, people give ravens crap all the time, man. I don't know why people hate them so much.
I guess just because they look like they're up to something.
Yeah, they're spooky.
And they're supposedly really smart, right? So are crows.
Yeah, ravens know how to raise water with, rocks. Isn't that the thing?
Oh yeah, they'll dump pebbles
Yeah, and raise the water.
and raise the water level so they can drink.
Ooh, I'm a raven. They're ghosts too. They're ghost birds.
So they're not real?
Nuh-uh.
Have you ever looked at Birds Aren't Real? Did we talk about Birds Aren't Real? Did we talk about that one time?
I think so. Why do people think they're not real?
No, it was just some guy. He had a website called Birds Aren't Real. He said that birds had been replaced by the government with surveillance robots.
Yeah, I was about to say with cameras.
Yeah.
I remember all that.
But he was on some morning talk show, and he was like on a Zoom call, and he was drinking water as he was about to give an answer and threw up on his keyboard. I'm so sorry. A host of sparrows, a murmuration of starlings, a bevy of swans.
What's a starling?
Just, I don't know, a bird, a songbird. A gang, a posse, or a rafter of turkeys.
Oh man, a posse of turkeys is cool.
A venue of vultures. I feel like these are all made up. I don't believe any of these. And a descent of woodpeckers.
God.
Although do you really see woodpeckers together? Seems like they're always by themselves. They're
Could you
they're
imagine
like
them-
loners.
Well, how could they be together when they're always just clacking on some wood? I mean, what if there were like two of them at once and be like, my hole,
No, this is my hole.
this is my hole, clacky, clacky, clack.
You see me yesterday at this hole. This
This
is my hole.
Get your own. You get your
I did
own-
not come here to kickstart your hole.
Yeah, I wonder if like a woodpecker waits till one of them's almost done and just like, I'm gonna slide in here and get the rest of click, 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 click.
I'm gonna get to that sap before you. I mean, what are they good?
They're not getting to.
Are they getting to like the syrup or to the water? What are they doing?
I think they're just making a home.
Just to pass the time?
They're making a hole and making a home in there, right?
To live?
I don't know.
Why?
I watched Woody Woodpecker a lot,
Why?
and they
do
never told me
woodpeckers make holes in trees.
why he was clacking on that tree. Rap-a-dap-a-dap-a-dap-a-dap.
They're looking for food. They eat larvae underneath tree bark.
Oh, okay. Well, then, yeah, somebody can jump on their
And
train.
some, like the yellow-bellied sapsucker, feed on sap, bro.
Oh, well, that's different if it's in the name.
How about you start the hole, you eat the larva, then I'll finish it up and I drink the sap.
I got the sap. He comes in there and wants the sugar stuff.
You done with that hole?
You done with your worms?
I don't like the worms. You can
like
have the worms.
I don't like the worms. I just want the honey.
All right, it's time for our next drink.
All right.
I want your first reaction when you spin this around.
Dude, it is like...
Does that say summer to you?
There was a moment in my life that me and my brother with a Polaroid camera made a fake Sunny D commercial. Did you used to drink?
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
Sunny D and Yoo-hoo.
Man,
So, yes, this is Sunny D Vodka Seltzer.
that's funny. This diet has opened our eyes to a lot of stuff we would have never tried in our entire life. That was pretty good. That's a good one.
It tastes just like a Sunny D.
Am I gonna remember what that tastes like? Did you finish all your other things?
Yeah.
Good God. Wait, hold on.
Yeah. I wanna get your reaction because it seriously does. Sunny D.
Oh God.
Sunny D is not. It's kind of it kind of is on the fence between orange juice and Tang.
I was gonna make a Tang reference, but I haven't tried it yet. Hold on. Let me get into it. Man, our setup here. So I haven't set up the studio here yet. So we're just in the living room watching TV and
Yeah.
sitting on the couches. But once we get all that going, it's going to feel a little bit more like home.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me try it. It looks like lemonade.
Does it make you remember running around in fields in the summertime?
It reminds me of like riding my bike to the sad little neighborhood pool. You know, when you don't like live in a country club, you just like live in a neighborhood with a couple of streets, and you have like a pool that's just a little bit bigger than someone's backyard pool, but it's square. And we had to have our little membership tags that was like a little, just the pins that went through your shorts.
Oh yeah, yeah.
What do you call those pins?
Safety pins?
Yeah, safety pin.
Yeah, but they would have like a color at the end or something.
Yeah, and they would rust.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, why did they make us wear? I mean, children with pins.
Yes, with sharp objects in their shorts.
Swimsuits while we're swimming. That's what we wore. But that's exactly all of that reminds me of that, because you could spin. They had a little Mr. Pibb machine at the pool, and you can crank down a Sunny D out there.
Love a good Sunny D.
You used to drink Capri Sun?
Yeah. Love Capri Sun.
Did you ever? I know you didn't as a child, but now would you drink a Capri Sun? Because it's weird you can't see what's in the bag.
Yeah, no, I probably wouldn't drink one now.
We have them in the fridge right now, and I'm reluctant because I want to see.
Well, also my thirst is generally greater than 6 ounces or whatever is in a Capri Sun pouch.
Have you ever done the race like with your friend of how quick you can crank down a Capri?
No.
Man, you gotta do that. Was a thing. I'm surprised they don't do that with alcohol.
Capri Suns with alcohol?
And same
or
pouch.
Just in the pouch?
In the pouch, Capri Sun alcohol, and you just take them into like a festival with like 4 of them. And
surely they have little shot pouches now, don't they?
I don't know.
I need to investigate that the next time I'm at the liquor store.
Mm-hmm. I don't drink, so it really doesn't matter.
Oh, God. All right,
Is
it's
that
time
a lot?
for...
Is that kind of getting in the back of your throat? It's a little...
No, it's good.
Okay.
It's good. I just had a stifling a belch. All right, so it is my turn for my jam number 2, our jam number 3.
Jam.
And I am aghast. I am gobsmacked.
That's the worst ghost, is aghast.
That I have not played this band on the proper pod. I can't believe it.
Okay.
So we've played them on the After Dark, and I've been a fan of theirs for a long, long time. Their debut came out in 2012, and they just came out with a brand new record called Off Planet. Mm-hmm. But it's a band called Django. So it's spelled just like Django Unchained, but they were out before Django Unchained, so it's not a reference to Django Unchained.
They were before that.
Yes.
What does that mean? Like, why is that a word?
I have no idea.
Like, why was that a movie? Why is it a band? Why? It's got to be something, right?
The only thing they said is our name has absolutely nothing to do with Django Reinhardt, who is a jazz guitarist, or was a jazz guitarist.
Okay.
So, I don't know. But they're dancey, but they're also very weird. Mm-hmm. But this new record it's their 5th record, and they released it in like 4 separate EPs. You know, kind of like Johnny Marr did that with his last record, whatever it was, Fever Dreams or something like that. But he released it as 4 separate EPs, and then he put it out as a record. Mm-hmm. And so that's what they did with Off Planet. And so it's really long, and it has a lot of guests. You know, you love a collab.
I love collabs.
Yeah. And so, yeah, man, this is like, let's see, it's like a 21 track album, like a 80-minute record. But one of the collabs is with a like a singer songwriter dude, an English guy named Jack Penate.
Penata?
Penate, P-E-N with the tilde, A-T-E. So he was born in London, an English mother and a Spanish father. And so he is, like I said, kind of a, you know, indie, like singer-songwriter, soul singer from London. And he is the guest on the song that I'm going to play, and it's called No Time. And so, like I said, they sometimes will bust it out, like the song that we played on the After Dark was Complete Me, which was like a kind of like a house jam from like the early 90s. It had like the woo, ha!
Oh, yeah. Had that stuff. I remember that.
It had those like samples. But anyway, this one's a little bit different, but it also is fun, and I like it. So this is No Time by Django on Htwow.
Time to bury me down again. No time, I carry the weight instead.
That's a hot jam.
How you like it?
I love it. It's gonna go really good with my next song. Do you want to talk about the one you just did, or do you want me to just play my next song and just roll into it?
Yeah, let's just roll into it, and then we can wrap it up because we do have stuff to talk about.
Yeah, you
Vegas,
got things.
Vegas trip.
We got. Do you want to talk about? The time wasters.
Yeah, sure. We'll knock all that out, but let's go ahead and
Let's
keep the
it
jams
dancey.
going.
Like, that's dancey, and we all know what happened with, I don't know if he was the lead of Faithless, but he was definitely the front man, he didn't sing every song, but he was
like the MC almost.
Yeah, he was the face of Faithless, and he died last year.
Yeah, I think we play it on the After Dark? I think we did that as a guilty pleasure at the end. After he passed away. What was his name?
I forget his real name, but he was the Grand Oral Disseminator. He was the GOD.
Maxi Jazz.
Yeah, Maxi Jazz. Ain't no joke. But he was the front of Faithless, but obviously they're still playing stuff. And they teamed up with two other people. What does it say on there? Plus?
R Plus and Amelia Fox are the collaborators.
Yeah,
on
I
this
looked up Amelia Fox. I can't find a thing about her, but I'm guessing she's the singer.
I guess, yeah.
Because it seems like the Plus guy is kind of a producer guy.
Okay.
So they just put out a tune.
Yeah, so this is a standalone single.
Yeah.
And it looks like they did two versions of it. There's one that's maybe a little bit more dub, and this is a little bit more house. We're doing the straight up version.
Yeah,
the
this
house
is straight
version.
up. I think this is the shorter version. And it says it was released. I mean, people don't care when we do stuff, but it says it was released today. Like June 16th.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this is as hot as it gets.
Okay, yeah. So the alternate version is called You Disappear, but we are playing Disappeared. ...
Disappear.
Yeah,
Does that matter? Why would they put that on there?
I don't know.
But after your last dancing number,
I know.
let's keep it dancing.
I want to dance some more.
Okay, good.
This is Disappeared by Faithless, featuring R Plus and Amelia Fox on High Tea with Old Waver, also known as Htwow.
Taken, it was love at first sight. I know in this day and age that makes me a fool, but it's how I felt, how I wanted it to be. I watched you dance with others, I wanted you to dance that way with me. I ask too many questions, you just say that I'm obsessed. It seems that the friends you don't are the ones you love the best. Seems that every time we get near, we disappear. You disappear. Told I gave my heart away on a wing and a prayer. People think I don't know about love or how to find it. I know enough about myself not to care. It's only your thoughts I wanna but it seems every time we get near, you disappear. You disappear.
Dude, that's good. It's good that Faithless are still doing stuff.
I can see it being a cool club mix.
Yeah, it's a mood for sure.
It's a great, like, expensive clothes store song.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like, man, these clothes are very, very expensive.
Yeah, can you believe this shirt is $800?
Yeah, but the music is great in here. It's kind of one of those vibes.
You know, another blast from the past, actually a couple blasts from the past that maybe we'll get to on the After Dark.
Uh-huh.
And just came out, I think today. Same day. There's a new album from the Orb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Little Fluffy Clouds.
Love
Orb.
that.
And then there's also a new EP from Orbital. The two dudes from Orbital are still doing it.
I love it that those guys are still... I saw a bunch of pics from...
Fatboy Slim.
Yeah. So I've seen a bunch of pictures of his latest tour stuff. And have you seen how massive that is? Like, who he's playing in front of? It's like...
I don't think I've seen this, no.
It's insane. And, you know, he's the one that will close down Reading or will do whatever.
Yeah.
And it's... So he's doing all the summer festivals and doing all this stuff. And it is the weirdest thing that those guys... I mean, they're older than... Like, he's older than us.
Yeah.
That, like, that these techno bands like the Orb or whoever, like, how old do you think they're probably 55
At least, yeah.
and they're just still cranking out this stuff. It's awesome. But I mean, why not? It's not like they can program some awesome stuff. It's not like their brain stopped. They can do cool stuff, and now their stuff's coming back in style.
Yeah, and I definitely will take a deeper dive into both those things because, like I said, they just came out today, and I didn't have a chance to really absorb. But both of those, the Orb and Orbital, I will try and find something to play on the After Dark. And by the way, the After Dark is the after party of this podcast that you can subscribe to. I think I said it off the top in the promo that we haven't recorded yet.
Man, I like how you did. That was like some... Man, you just messed me up right then.
I know.
That was like future past.
It's like Inception. But yeah, it is awesome that those dudes are still doing stuff. And the Orb especially, because it's a full record. And they're definitely a couple of 10-minute jams on there. So it's more like... It's like cleaning the house music. It's like... It's cleaning the pool... Getting a massage,
right?
Going to sleep, taking an afternoon nap. It's that kind of music. But I'm interested to see, you know, because I was never a huge fan, but I do remember. I swear that the Chemical Brothers opened up for the Orb at the old Bomb Factory in Deep Ellum.
With Utah Saints up.
No,
first.
I think it was. I wish, but I think it was the Chemical Brothers and then the Orb. And it was. Probably like 1997 or something like that. Because
you also got to think these guys, not like Fatboy Slim, because he's more of just DJ, right? He's like DJ Shadow or something. But these dudes, a band lives a pretty rough life, right? These guys, these rave performer guys, like, think of the lives they lead, like late nights, the drugs. It's got to be their aging is even different from like a normal rock band. They're living hard. That's night after night. Like, could you imagine performing for like a rave night after night? You must just be like, God. Whereas like if you've ever gone to one, you just take like a week off of life and sleep and reflect.
I love to sleep and reflect. It's kind of my favorite thing. I hate it when I can't sleep and reflect.
I hate to reflect, but I like to sleep.
So I'm not seeing... I can't confirm or deny that the Chemical Brothers opened up for the Orb. Maybe it was two different shows, but the Orb did play at Deep Ellum Live June 12th of 1995.
Oh yeah, dude. There's no way you would know who opened up.
I was there, bro.
You were on so many drugs you couldn't even.
I didn't do drugs back then, bro.
I know.
Back then.
Back then, ever is what you meant to say.
Ever. Okay, so when was the last time you've been to Vegas? Was it last year when we all went for Morrissey?
Yeah, man, and I gotta tell you, in that same year, I went another time for another thing, and I know that everyone loves it, and I know where y'all went was so cool. That town is not made for me. I don't know what it is. It's
too much?
Man, I don't know. I can't explain it, but every single time I've been, I've enjoyed it, but I don't see why. But go ahead. Y'all were at a different situation. Y'all had an invite, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's different.
Okay. Can I take a quick pause?
Yes.
So maybe I wasn't there at the Orb show in 95 because it looks like maybe the Orb opened up for Chemical Brothers.
That would make more sense.
So April 24th, 97, the Orb and the Chemical Brothers at the Bomb Factory.
That would make a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was definitely there. And it was one of the craziest, wildest, most awesome shows that I don't remember.
Just cranked out on mescaline.
I don't think I got my hands on any mescaline, but I do remember that it was a scene.
Yeah, it's
like if I could go back, I feel like if I could drop myself into the Bomb Factory on April 24th, 1997, that it would kind of be like the club in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that it would be that much of like a kind of a foreign planet type vibe.
So if you had a chance to set the Back to the Future car to a certain time,
I might go to April 24th, 1997.
That would be the date.
Yeah, I might. I don't know. I mean, 97 seems like a good spot to get to.
It's weird that you wouldn't want to do it to time it out to Hitler's birth and choke him to death.
Somebody else can do that. I'm going to go see Chemical Brothers in 97.
Okay.
And maybe hook up.
Same
I know I didn't hook up that night, but maybe knowing what I know now, no, I still wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I would. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we went to Vegas as a radio show. We didn't know quite what to expect, but they ended up really hooking us up because we were there at Circa Sportsbook. So the Circa Hotel is the first new thing they've built.
Okay, I was about to say this
downtown.
Is a new thing. I've never heard of this.
Yeah, they built it. They finished it in 2020, just before the pandy.
Okay.
And so they're really just now getting their foothold.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's the first new hotel downtown in 30 years.
Bye.
It's right next to the Golden Nugget.
Oh, okay.
And right off Fremont Street, which is a freak show if you've ever walked down Fremont Street.
I do not remember. I don't know what that is.
So it's the opposite side of Vegas from the Strip. You can see the Strip from the rooftop bar, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was so great. our flight was delayed when we went out there, so we didn't land until I think after midnight local time, or maybe it was like 11 o'clock local time. It was like almost 2 o'clock Dallas time, but they sent us a ridiculous limo.
Cool.
And then we get to the hotel, and I walk up to my room, and I open the door.
And there's a lion.
No, there was not a tiger or a lion or Mike Tyson in there, but I was like, where's the bed? And then I realized that it was just the sitting room, that there was like a mirrored wall and a crescent-shaped bar and a whole seating area with couch, chair, coffee table, TV, wall of windows facing the strip, and then the bedroom equally the same size.
A lot of mirrors
king size
in there.
no mirrors in there, but king size bed, and then the bathroom was amazing. Best bathroom I've ever had in a hotel.
Okay.
And then below you could look down, and so the thing is we actually talked to the owner. He came on the show one day, and he's from Detroit, but he would go to Vegas all the time, and so it was always his dream to have a place, to own a casino in Vegas.
Well, how did he know you guys?
He didn't. I mean, his people just arranged to have him on the show to talk about Circa.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why did they bring you guys?
Well,
this
there were
is a Vegas thing.
There were a handful of radio stations there. I mean,
I see.
It's just part of their media blitz to try and make people aware that they're there.
Oh, it's totally worked. Yeah, I've never heard of that place.
Yeah, and so there were a handful of other radio shows, sports radio shows there. None of them were nearly as cool as us.
Of course.
But yeah, he was saying that, every time he would go to Vegas, he would take mental notes and think about if he ever opened a place, what his place would be like. Mm-hmm. And so one of the things was he loves hanging out by the pool, and his wife loves having drinks by the pool and listening to music. But he was like, I've always got action on something. And he was like, I wanted to be at the pool, but be able to watch sports. I wanted to monitor my bets. And so the stadium swim it's like a 3-level pool with the biggest jumbotron you've ever seen, with every live game going on in little quadrants.
Like there's like highlight going on somewhere.
I mean, I don't think highlight, but
people bet on highlight.
Yeah, but golf, baseball, softball, hockey, everything.
Did you cannonball up in there?
No, you can't cannonball. And I didn't actually get into the water.
You never got in the water?
No, I never got in the water.
Bro.
I know. Well, we were working.
Not all the time.
We were in and out. We got there on a Wednesday night. We left on a Friday night. So
Dude,
we had one full night in Vegas.
You got pool bod now. You got to get in the pool.
I know. But
at least a little can opener. Maybe a preacher seat.
But I got to say that I would definitely go back to that place, even though it's not on the strip. And, the activity and action is higher class on the strip. There's nothing in downtown that is on the same level as Circa. Everything is a little bit scummier.
Yeah, I'm thinking that the same, like this guy is, his bets are maybe a little bit more than yours.
Yeah, for sure.
When he's putting stuff on.
For sure. But he also owns another place on Fremont called the D, and he has a couple other lots or old buildings in that area. So he's trying to stake his claim and redevelop that side of Vegas, and there's no telling how much money that dude's going to make.
He better not mess up, man. There's some people that don't want people to take over.
I don't know.
I've seen those movies.
I don't know. I think the mob ties maybe aren't as strong as they used to be. It's all corporate now.
Just saying, I got friends.
Yeah. But anyway, had a blast, and I will definitely. Before we even left, we were talking about how we can get back there, whether it's for a college football weekend or a Cowboys weekend, and the Super Bowl this year is going to be in Vegas, so we'll definitely be back there for the Super Bowl.
Gosh.
So yeah, that'll be fun.
You're going back there for
Yeah.
Man, you're gonna have a time, man.
It's gonna be fun.
It's kind of your city now because the Raiders are there.
I know. Yeah,
your thing.
we did the stadium tour because I had done that once before with Marissa, but Marissa pulled some strings and got us a private tour for the show.
And now you're with famous radio dudes.
I know. Yeah, we had a good time. It was
Golly.
fun times.
You should bring a famous guy from a band.
I know.
Okay, so you're. What were we saying?
I don't know.
Okay, so when y'all go back,
every person, not the owner, but all of the managers and stuff, all of the handlers that we were talking to, I was asking like, who books the music acts? Because I was like, my buddy is he does all the booking for Deep Blue Something, and because I would see like on the marquee the people that were coming, and I was like, they belong out here for sure. But I thought that there was a venue in Circa, but it turns out that I think they just booked the stages out on Fremont Street.
Oh.
And it's not the most glamorous.
Yeah,
I think you would want to
sweet.
blow your head off.
Yeah, we wouldn't do that.
Yeah, so even if you got a kick-ass room like I had, I don't know that it would be worth it.
I could probably do my magician thing that I've been working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been working on magic.
Like sleight of hand, or
More like what we were talking about before, like the ghost
like
magic
tuning
stuff.
a guitar with your mind.
Yes. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm not too sure people be into it, but it's something.
Yeah.
It's something.
I mean, you have to try. You have to see how people react before you just totally squash it as a bad idea.
Yeah. And I can hold my breath underwater for like 7 seconds, maybe 8.
Well, you have a pool now, so you can practice.
Yeah.
You can maybe get it up to 10.
Nah, I think 8's pretty good. If you're going to hold your breath underwater, what do you think?
Oh man.
'Cause
I mean, I
obviously
could
I was
probably do 45 seconds maybe.
You think 45 seconds?
I don't
Jeez,
know.
balls. Really?
Doesn't seem that long, does it?
I don't know, but we're going to find out next week.
We are. We're going to have a contest.
I mean,
Wasn't that a movie with Luke Perry, 8 seconds?
what is that? I don't know what that is.
I think it was when he was like a rodeo man. Because that's
8 seconds on a bull?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's something. I
Yeah,
thought
8
you meant he
seconds
was
on
in
a bull is longer than 8 seconds in a pool.
8 seconds in a pool. Everyone can do that.
All right. Before we go, Time Wasters was fun. I did 2 songs. I helped out on a few others, but the 2 songs that I did.
You did 2 on your own?
Well, I did 1 on my own with an assist at the end from the rest of the Hardline, and then the second one I did with Corby and Dan. So the first one I did was Never Let Me Down Again by Depeche Mode.
Okay, are we going to plug that in right now?
No,
Okay.
no, we don't need to hear that. And then the second one was Love Shack, B-52s. I did my Fred Schneider.
When you see a
Painted
painted
sign at the side of the road. Yeah, it's kind of like Ethel Merman meets Fred Schneider.
big as a whale.
Yeah, and it's about to set sail.
It's a little ghosty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has a little bit of ghost
Maybe
in
he
him.
was the first ghost.
I don't know.
Nah, Keith Richards was the first ghost.
He's legit.
And then he taught everyone else, all the other musicians, how to be a ghost.
How to live forever.
Uh-huh.
Are you ready to get out of here?
Here it goes.
would like to declare our first voyage from Htwow Dallas North a success.
You know, I watched Square Pegs last night.
The show?
You remember that?
Does it hold up at all?
It did to me, not to everyone in the room. But,
like the pilot episode or just a random episode?
All right, we had to push past the pilot. The film quality on the second episode compared to the first one is insane. But this song reminds me of it, even though it was not in. I remember Johnny Slash was a big Devo fan. It was Devo. Totally.
Wasn't Matthew Broderick in this and Sarah Jessica Parker?
Just Sarah.
Just Sarah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Matthew Broderick.
That's due for a reboot, don't you think?
What's her name? Gertz.
Jamie Gertz.
She was in it, and she's super rich now. She owns like the Atlanta Hawks or something.
She married rich, right?
Yeah.
She was like the mean girl in Square Pegs, wasn't she?
No, just the popular one. There were Mean Girls. She was the popular kind of I can do everything president of student council.
Okay. Huh. And it fell flat in the room.
Not to me. I loved it. You
Well,
should
that
revisit.
disappoints me. What did you watch it on? How do you find it?
I think it was on, we watched it on Prime. It's on Fubu. There was one other one, but the two main ones, Prime and Fubo.
All right.
Which you get a lot of soccer games on Fubo.
Yeah, you probably get Bally Sports on Fubo. All right. Thank you for tuning in to Htwow episode 71, the June 2023 episode. We have heard Faithless, Django, Brothertiger, Soft Kill, and of course Flock of Seagulls, Space Age Love Song from their self-titled debut from 1982. And if you would like to win a vinyl copy, sealed, new, in the package, from our vinyl sponsor, Positive Spin, go to positivespin.com, positive with a Z, and register to win. Thank you for being with us, and please tell a friend about Htwow. If you have friends who like poolside jams, under the radar music, and dudes that are way hotter than you expect them to be at their age, then tell them to tune in, please.
Good night.
Good night.